So is the DMK rattled with Annamalai? Because why I'm asking this is the what scam, the recent what scam and all that that they brought up, is that the best they could come up with?
They are certainly not comfortable with Annamalai. Now, rattled is a slightly bigger word, and we can really dissect this word and go to the root of it. If you take the DMK camp, they can see the impact of Annamalai on the ground. Right? They will dismiss it. If today, no political party can come out and say that we are rattled by X.
Absolutely.
We are afraid of Y. We are not sure if we can retain our folks with us. Now, that is not something that anybody is going to confess today.
Yeah.
However, they can clearly see that there is a certain impact this chap is making. Right? Now, they would want him to be wished away in some sense. Right? So, if you really look at it, if you drill down and if you push one or two of them and then ask them, the second rung leaders, right, they will dismiss Annamalai and BJP.
Yeah.
Okay. There are very colloquial, abusive ways in which they will say lotus will never bloom. I'm giving you a very, very highly sanitized
version of it, right?
So,
Yeah.
you would have certainly read it in Tamil.
Yeah.
Right? This is a common refrain. Right? You would never see them saying this about any other party. Right? So this is their wish. It is not going to be the reality. They know that. Right? You can see journalists who are very friendly with the current regime. You may even go on to say that they are in the payrolls of DMK, and that's what I have been told. They will rant and rave in the YouTube and other media about this spectacular growth of Annamalai and why you cannot dismiss it and why somehow this communal forces that's you have to bring that in, right? Should be somehow defeated in Tamil Nadu. But they're clearly seeing that on the ground, wherever you go, the number of people who attend Annamalai's events, that is certainly rattled the ecosystem. I would still not go on to say that it has rattled the top management of DMK at this stage, but has certainly rattled the ecosystem. Right? So the first thing that they would say is, crowd is one thing. Anybody can get the crowd, but the crowds don't translate into votes.
Yeah.
It is a usual refrain. Right? I do agree that crowds will not directly translate into 1:1 votes, but the crowds are an indication that the vote share is increasing. Because I have seen BJP struggling to get even 100 people in a place like Chennai. It's not anymore an issue now. 100 is, nobody talks about 100 these days. In fact, they don't talk about even 1,000. If they're really organizing a meeting, you see tens of thousands turning up or few thousands depending upon the size of the venue, etc. Or does it mean that wherever they have seen 10,000 people, will it be 10,000 votes? Probably not. But it will not be the earlier 100, 200, 500, which is what they used to get in a lot of places. It's not going to be that. It will be in thousands and tens of thousands. The next election will show that. Whatever that election is, parliament election or assembly election, will clearly demonstrate that. Subject to whether BJP is going to stand alone or lead a coalition.
We'll come to that.
Part of an ADMK coalition, because that will determine how you are even going to count the votes.
Absolutely. So we'll come to that. Why I used the word rattled here was, and if you remember, my question was, is DMK rattled with Annamalai? And I didn't use the word BJP there for a reason, because they had to come up with this watch thing, which was a personal attack on one person, and
Right.
are they so rattled to come up with this idea of talking about a watch one person wears?
Right.
That was my
See,
point earlier.
you have to also see that this minister Sandil Balaji has been having a running battle with Annamalai personally again, right? So that starts with the assembly election itself, right? So it is just a continuing issue. So that's first thing that you have to look at, because Sandil Balaji is tasked with DMK's growth in the Kongu region, right? Because that's the weak point for DMK. ADMK is quite strong there, and BJP's growth is almost single-handedly fueled by this region, though they do have some support in the deep south, Kanyakumari, and nearby districts. The real growth for BJP is now happening in Western Tamil Nadu. Now, that's exactly the region handed over to Sandil Balaji. And so he has a lot at stake. So we have got to understand that first. Now, Annamalai has also been attacking Sandil Balaji. So it's a continuing sort of fight between the two. Right? Now, you have to take all of this into account in Sandil Balaji bringing up this watch issue. The funny thing is that Sandil Balaji is not the right person for anybody who understands Indian politics and have been following things to a certain extent. I mean, people in Tamil Nadu may look at it differently, but anyone outside of Tamil Nadu, if they get to know a little bit about Sandil Balaji, they will laugh. Right? Is this the best bowler that you can bring against Sachin Tendulkar? Will be the question that will be asked. Right? Because it's funny in the current government, in DMK in general, it's a party known for its corruption, right? It's not something new. Yeah, historically, from Karunanidhi's time, it's been clearly marked as a corrupt party, and you have stalwarts like A. Raja, who is back in the news again with the Enforcement Directorate accusing him of getting special favors from a leading real estate company to the tune of around 55 crores worth of land, and they have just seized that land, right? Now, Sandil Balaji has similar reputation, and there are court cases. The funny thing is that Stalin himself, when Sandil Balaji was in ADMK, came up with a list of accusations. In today's social media and connected internet, you cannot kill a news, and that too a video. So you just have to search for it. Right? He has given a list of wrongdoings or corruptions, corrupt practices of Sandil Balaji while he represented ADMK. Right? What has changed? Absolutely nothing. Right? Here is a guy who's accused of collecting money from a whole bunch of people for getting them jobs, and the case went to court. He didn't even deny that. The deal that he was trying to make was, hey, yeah, I did collect the money. Let me give the money back so that that person can actually withdraw the case. And how can any court accept that? Right? That's his reputation. Right? Now, he naturally switched over to DMK because over the period of his 2 terms in ADMK before he left that party, he had built up his resume on how to game the system. Right? Such people are obviously required. Right? They're resourceful. They can generate resources. Right? So he has been handed some pretty hefty ministries. and they are all doing their job very well. So that's his reputation. So to have him front, there are other ministers known for uh, perhaps their moderation or for their integrity, whichever way you look at it, who could have been used to fire the salvos. But getting Sindhil Balaji, it's more you chuckle at their chutzpah. I mean, come on, what are you guys even thinking? So that's what we can marvel at their capability.
Hmm.